Okay, level 4 of XEI 504 is, we've actually done something similar to this before. It's about manipulation. So in number 10, you're given a formula over here for the area of a trapezoid, and you're asked to solve the equation for the height. So here we have, I'm just going to rewrite it. Area equals height times base 1 plus base 2 over 2. Now, what we're solving for is height. So something that I like to do is circle it. I'm going to make it a different color in this case. That's what we're solving for. We want to get that alone. So treat everything else like kind of like it's a number. You want to get rid of it somehow. So think about systematically, how can I get h alone? Well, this 2 is a problem. We need to get rid of that. So to get rid of a division by 2, we need to multiply both sides by 2. So what happens when you do that is you have a 2a on the left-hand side. Those cancel out, and you get h times b1 plus b2. All right, so we're still trying to solve for h. I'm going to keep that guy red. So now we have h multiplied by this quantity right here. Now, you could distribute the h in, but that's going to create unnecessary work. So what you're going to want to do is just divide by b1 plus b2. We need this to be gone. So if we divide it by that on that side, we divide by it on this side. Once you divide, they cancel out. They're gone from this side. It's moved over to the other side. So our final answer here is 2a over b1 plus b2. If you want to keep the parentheses there, that's okay, equals h. And we have solved for h. All right, and that's it for part A. Let's look at part B. So again, I'm going to write the equation down. And this time we want to get B1 alone. We want to get that one alone. So again, systematically we need to get rid of it. Get rid of everything else. So again, this 2 here is a problem, so we're going to multiply by 2 as our first step. And then rewrite everything. Okay, these guys cancel each other out over here, and the 2a went on that side. Since b1 is inside the parentheses, we need to get rid of those parentheses somehow. A good step would be to distribute this h inside the parentheses. Okay, so we have 2a equals h times b1 plus h times b2. All right. This is the term we want by itself, so we need to get rid of this. So we're going to subtract this from both sides. So on the left-hand side, we're going to have 2a minus h b2 equals h B1. Last step here is going to be to get rid of this h on this side. So we're going to divide by h on both sides. And once we do that, we're going to have reached our goal. 2a minus h times b2 all over h equals b1. Alright, I want you to try on your own. And if you want me to check it, call me over. Okay, let's look at number 11. All right, this one is 2, and we're solving for a, so every time I see an a, I'm going to make it stand out somehow. 2a b squared plus 4b equals, this is an equal sign, 3a plus 6c squared. Alright? And what we want to do is get all the terms with a on one side and everything else on the other side. So we want to bring this over here somehow and this over here. So how we do that, whoopsie, I apologize for that, let me rewrite it. You can fast forward if you want. Alright, so I need to bring those over. So in order to bring this over to the other side, I need to subtract by 4b. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. I'm going to subtract 4b from both sides. And now what I'm going to have is 2a b squared equals 3a plus 6c squared minus 4b. So now we need to get this over there, and how we're going to do that is through subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 3a. Since it's positive, I need to subtract. Right, and that's going to give me 2a b squared minus 3a equals 6c squared minus 4b. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. If you have a in both terms, you can pull a out. Okay, if you have a in both terms, you can do what's called factoring and pull it out. So I'm going to factor a out, and when you factor a out, what's left is everything else. So 2b squared and minus 3 is what's left. Alright, last step to get a by itself. Since a is being multiplied by this whole thing here, we need to do the opposite and divide by that whole thing. Alright, and when you do that, you're going to get a by itself because these are going to cancel out. So a is going to equal 6c squared minus 4b all over 2b squared minus 3. And again, you can have parentheses there, but they're not necessary. It's up to you. and that would be your answer. It's okay to have variables everywhere. You should have the same number of variables you had before. So that's fine. Please call me over if you need help with this. This is going to be on the extra credit portion of the final and, of course, on your quiz. So please ask for help if you need it.